The NBA makes fans go OMG every night. From watching Shaq shatter backboards to realizing Kobe Bryant's last act on an NBA court was a pass.
Bryant ahead with 7 seconds. Clarkson, no, Lakers are gonna win.
To listening to James Harden call his owner a liar. Speaking of James Harden, him and his beard could fill up this entire top 10. But this first move is his signature moment. Besides the beard, Harden is known for partying with strippers, arguing with refs, and owning a vicious step-back jumper. Wesley Johnson got the upskirt angle on this play, which caused a double OMG reaction.
Or did you think it was certain to work?
I thought it was going to be
Harden. Oh, he stared at Wesley Johnson, and then he hits the three.
OMG, did he really just do that to Wes Johnson? Followed by, OMG, what if he would have missed the shot? Homage must be paid to one of the godfathers of the crossover, Stevie Francis. Francis gets extra points for creativity in his humiliation of Troy Hudson here.
Of course, when the Rockets at 14 were in.
But loses points because he lacks a big bushy beard. We'll call it a tie, making this play number 10B. Troy Hudson tried to make a go of it in the music industry after the NBA, but his rapping was worse than his defense. His debut album sold just 78 copies nationwide, most of which were to his friends. We recorded a song with T-Hud, but it didn't make the album. The title was Subscribe to Paint Pushers, featuring Like This Video. Steve Francis is good, but it's time to talk about someone who's actually won an NBA championship. Ever heard of LeBron James? We're here to talk about his teammate, Ray Allen. The Heat had their backs against the wall in the 2013 finals. Down by 3 points in an elimination game to San Antonio, the shot clock was turned off. LeBron launched from downtown for the tie and bricked it. But OMG, Ray Allen gets off a second shot and hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
Rebound box, back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
The King choked, but his jester knew the Heimlich. The Heat would go on to beat the Spurs in 7 games, and LeBron now owes 1/4 of everything he has to Jesus, Shuttlesworth. Ray Allen may have been lethal in the corner, but he was pretty useless in transition. NBA players often add a bit of flair to fast breaks.
LeBron with a right-hand jam on the alley-oop, coming to the back door.
Sometime opting to throw a lob to a teammate. Those lobs make SportsCenter for one night, but can't crack a top 10 OMG moments list until this one.
On the run, 2-on-1, Green the finish. Wow, the alley-oop.
Gerald Green didn't have a cupcake with him on the court, so he made do using just his arms and legs. Notice how a couple of players on the other team's bench couldn't help but stand up after that one. They might have been saying, OMG, what a dunk. Or they might have been saying, meh, LeBron will top that next year. Number 7, LeBron dunk on Jason Terry. When normal people jump for a dunk, they check to make sure there isn't another human standing between them and the basket. LeBron doesn't have to check. He's got a 99 rating in trucking and a 150 in vertical leap.
Turn the corner, inside! He made Yusuf Nurkic a screensaver!
Jason the Jet Terry coughed up the ball in the backcourt and then scrambled back to defend the 1-on-3. The Jet would learn the hard way that LeBron is as big as 3 people himself.
Wade from behind takes it away. Chalmers, Cole, James! Whoa!
Terry has lamented in his interviews that he's not 19-year NBA vet Jason Terry. He's not NBA champion Jason Terry. He is, forever, that guy LeBron dunked on.
Every camp, every clinic around America I go and talk to kids, they don't ask like, man, how did it feel to play 19 years? How did it feel to play with Dirk or win a
championship, yeah. What
how
question
how did it feel for LeBron to dunk on you like that?
Wow, that's only 7? What's it going to take to top that one? How about something a little further away from the basket? Number 6, Devontae Graham's half-court game winner after SGA's tying shot. Hitting half-court shots is a surefire way to get in the highlight reel. Two players hitting miraculous shots within 1.5 seconds of each other is a surefire way to get in the top 10 OMG moments of all time. With time running out and his Thunder down by 3 points, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander nailed an off-balance 30-footer to tie the game in OKC with less than 2 seconds remaining. This was the longest shot ever made on that court within the last 5 seconds of the fourth quarter. It was a new record, one that lasted for precisely 1.4 seconds. With no timeouts remaining, the Hornets inbounded the ball to Devontae Graham and
Gilgeous-Alexander credit as Devontae sends it. Gets it! The game winner!
yeah, would it be on this list if he missed? Sorry, Shai. At least you have the record for shortest time being a record holder. Number 5, Klay Thompson scores 37 points in 1 quarter. This next record might never be broken, which is why Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors is worthy of the number 5 OMG moment in NBA history. Klay is a sharpshooter, one of the Splash Brothers alongside his backcourt mate Steph Curry. Ever turn the three-point slider up to 99 in the settings menu during a game of 2K? Steve Kerr secretly did this during the third quarter of a game against the Kings in 2015. His instructions: keep feeding Klay. Thompson is a deadly shooter on a normal day, and it didn't take long for Klay to realize a cheat code had been activated. He stopped setting himself before his shots and just chucked the ball up as soon as he caught it.
They pop him again.
Again, his 3.
The end result? 9 of 9 three-pointers in the quarter. 13 of 13 shooting and 37 points, much to the delight of the home crowd. The poor Kings only scored 22 as a team in the third quarter, an entire team getting outscored by one man? That's the equivalent of a viewer forgetting to hit that subscribe button. Number 5B, Ron Artest punches fan during Malice at the Palace. No one had ever scored 37 points in 1 quarter, and they probably never will again. Everyone in the crowd that day will remember it forever. The same exact things can be said about this next OMG moment, which occurred at the Palace of Auburn Hills on November 19, 2004. That date sounds familiar. Late in the fourth quarter, a skirmish began when Ben Wallace didn't take too kindly to a hard foul by Ron Artest and pushed him in the chest.
But we do have the whistle of the foul. Ben, this one after Artest.
Oh, that's not good.
Apparently, they weren't charging enough for beers at the Palace because a fan felt like it was worth dumping a cold one on Artest as he laid on the scorer's table to calm down. Nobody had ever ran into the stands and punched a fan before, and they probably never will again.
There goes Ben Wallace again.
There goes Artest up into the crowd. He's absolutely out of his mind. And Steven Jackson slugging people in the crowd here.
Everyone in the crowd that day, especially this man on the receiving end of Ron Artest's fists, will remember it forever. This dude barely had enough time to say OMG before getting decked by a professional athlete. Artest hit this guy so hard, he had to change his name to World Peace just to feel better about himself. We'll call this number 5B, as it's basically the Rust Belt street fight version of Klay Thompson scoring 37 points in 1 quarter. Number 4, Allen Iverson steps over Ty Lue. Fights do occasionally happen in the NBA, but all it takes is one big national event to reunite everyone. Take the moon landing, for example. Now there's a wholesome OMG moment, with Neil Armstrong taking one small step for man. This next OMG moment is very similar to the moon landing, except the step was anything but small, and it wasn't for man, it was over man. The Philadelphia 76ers had reached the 2001 NBA Finals versus the juggernaut Lakers. It was the first time the young Allen Iverson was playing on the big stage. He knocked down a jumper in the short corner and then made sure the defender, Ty Lue, knew he was had.
Iverson, bothered by Lue. Iverson. How about that? Steps over Teron Lue. 7 straight points by Iverson.
Hey Lou, how does Allen Iverson's taste?
Only guys that know is the guys on the floor.
Number 3, DeAndre Jordan dunk on Brandon Knight. Gen X kids aren't into posters on their walls like the older generations. But that doesn't stop NBA high flyers from producing them. Of the hundreds of players that have been posterized in the NBA over the years, one particular fellow was brutalized far worse than the rest. His name is Brandon Knight. The Clippers in the 2010s were nicknamed Lob City, as their guards would always look to throw alley-oops to Blake Griffin or DeAndre Jordan.
Ranger for three. In and oh, jam by Blake Griffin! The Flying Lion!
Griffin is 6'9", Jordan is 6'11". The latter was rolling to the hoop on this play, and 6'3" Brandon Knight thought, hey, I'm gonna go get a block.
The lob, the jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
Knight was on his back before he could figure out what had happened. You got castrated, bro. Spot the Allen Iverson influence in this play? Nearly everyone has seen DeAndre Jordan end Brandon Knight's life. But few notice his subtle step over Knight's lifeless body at the end. A tip of the cap to the step-over pioneer himself. That OMG look by Jordan after the play says it all. DeAndre Jordan's dunk was so explosive, so shocking, and so athletic that it deserved to be called the third greatest OMG moment in NBA history. What could possibly top this? It would take another Jordan. Number 2, Michael Jordan, the shot. You can't talk about NBA posters without bringing up Michael Jordan. If Gen X kids did have more posters on their walls, maybe they'd have a little more respect for the GOAT. This dude was a walking poster in the 90s. Every moment was a photo op, and every kid longed to have Jordan's iconic poses plastered on their walls.
Jordan off to the left. Michael double teamed on the drive, in from the left, gets chased into the corner, comes right back. Through the foul! Wow!
Jordan's career was littered with jaw-dropping moments, but one stands out. MJ had a signature OMG moment that trumped all others. One game-winning shot in an elimination game of a playoff series. The year is 1989, and Mike is about to rise up for the win. You know a shot is going to be good when the title is simply The Shot. This was another one of those double OMG moments.
He looks, he gives to Jordan. Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
First, OMG! Jordan just made that game winner. Then, OMG, look at the hang time on that celebratory jump and the force he's getting behind those air punches. Number 1, the Kawhi bounce. You've made it this far and are likely wondering what type of moment is number 1 all time? Is it a crazy fist fight? A vicious dunk? A full court shot? Nope, just a demonstration of the physics of a round ball bouncing around a circular rim. Rumor has it that while at San Diego State University, Kawhi Leonard took his physics classes very seriously. His classmates would ask, when are we ever going to use this? But Kawhi knew. He knew. Game 7 of the 2019 Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Raptors trail the Sixers 90-89 with just a few ticks left on the clock. Kawhi Leonard comes off a screen, gets the ball, and dribbles into the corner. As he elevates for a potential game winner, he thinks, I could switch this shot, but where's the fun in that?
The corner for the win!
Kawhi used that physics background of his to calculate a 4-bouncer to knock the Sixers out of the playoffs in the cruelest of fashions. When the ball finally fell through the hoop, the only appropriate response was, OMG! These plays all made us say OMG, but they also made us feel sorry for Joel Embiid. Trusting the process didn't get him a trip to the NBA Finals or a top 10 OMG moment. Maybe next year, Joel.